Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, or should I start calling myself Sliders Prime? I don't know, because my channel is called Sliders Prime, but whatever. Anyway, so this video, I'm just gonna talk about, like, very short and brief, about why sliders now more than ever should come back. I know I said I was gonna do videos about my favorite and least favorite like episodes of each season. I haven't forgot that. I've just been really busy on my other channels and stuff. And also watching like TV. I love watching TV. TV's awesome. So yeah, this video, truly, Hollywood needs to like understand the importance of the show Sliders. Not just what it means to the old school fans, but like they will make so much money if they will bring back Sliders. Because why? The multiverse. The multiverse has been bigger than ever on screen, and it's all thanks to comic books. Yes. Like DC and Marvel have been like teasing us. Well, Marvel's been teasing us for the longest time about the multiverse. But DC, the thing with them is that because they don't know, like because DC and Warner Brothers doesn't know what they're doing right now, and they're trying to play catch up to the MCU, they're just like, screw it. We'll have multiple versions of the same characters on different platforms and the multiverse and other world, stuff like that. I mean, my God, like they have like the Justice what is it they call it, the not the Justice League but the Justice Society of America. They got that on the CW. Now that's gonna be in the Black Adam movie. They have Nightwing on HBO Max. Now they're gonna bring Nightwing to the CW, and it's like we're gonna have two different versions, and then you got all these different versions of Batman running around on like the movie screens and stuff. And with the whole Flashpoint movie, you know, that's gonna set up the new 52 thing. So now they're gonna have like Michael Keaton's Batman, they're gonna have Ben Affleck's Batman, and of course we already have Robert Pattinson's Batman that's coming out. And so it's like they have all these different versions of all these different characters, just like running around and like doing this. Cause like on the CW, they've already shown Stephanie Brown in Batwoman, and now they're gonna have Stephanie Brown in Gotham Knight show. So it's kind of, and it's on the same network. So why are you gonna have two different versions? And then you have the Jay Garrett Flash that's on the Flash show on the CW, but then he made an appearance on the Stargirl show, which originally was supposed to be a DC Universe HBO Max show, but then it got brought over to the CW, and it's not part of the Arrowverse yet, but it's gonna be. And it's kind of like, and then, oh, now I mention that, but Renee Montoya from the Gotham show was on Fox, and then she showed up on the CW, the same actress on the CW Batwoman show as Renee Montoya. So DC just doesn't care. They're just like, whatever, man. Whatever makes people happy. We can't, like, we're getting our butts kicked by Marvel. So it's like, whatever. And then, of course, Marvel, they've been teasing us for, like, a longest time about the multiverse with all their Disney Plus shows. WandaVision was the biggest tease with the whole Quicksilver thing. And now, because of the Spider-Man movie, and now even more because Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness or something like that, yeah, the multiverse got ripped completely open. We knew it was going to happen because so many like YouTubers have been talking about how Wanda is basically about to rip open the multiverse. And Doctor Strange is doing the same thing. So it's kind of like, yeah, for a lot of people like TV and moviegoers who really aren't into like sci-fi stuff, they're unaware of what the multiverse is and alternate dimensions and parallel timelines and stuff like that. And Sliders was one of the first shows, and for the most part, really the main show to depict all that. Like it first got brought up to, well, Brandon Braga from Star Trek, well, old school Star Trek, like Next Generation and Voyager, stuff like that. He believes he was the first person to introduce the multiverse in that episode Parallels in season 7 of Star Trek Next Generation. I have no idea if he was or not. I'm like, I was born in the '80s. I don't know what came all before that and stuff like that. But I'll just give him credit for now until I do some research on it. And of course, Tracy Torme, he worked on Star Trek, and then next thing you know, he came up with the show Sliders and stuff. And Sliders was, in my opinion, the biggest main thing that had to do with parallel dimensions, because everybody else was just worrying about time travel and stuff. And so it's a unique and fascinating aspect, the whole multiverse thing, and it's been translated now into more stuff, mainly like DC stuff, and like and of course Marvel, and even in Star Trek, like with the whole like mirror universe and other parallel dimensions that they've done and stuff like that. And there's also the JJ Star Trek movies, which I still don't understand that. I just don't understand that because like first, Spock and like Nero, they like changed time and everything, and JJ first all like, oh yeah, the timeline's been changed, but then fans got pissed because Star Trek Enterprise was the only true canon show at that time because everything else got like erased, and he's like, oh no 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 no, when you change time. Now it instead of like changing that reality, now it makes an alternate Earth reality. So it's like whatever, dude. And then of course Marvel ran with that idea when they started their multiverse thing. Because all Marvel had to do was just say, oh yeah, the multiverse exists. And this is where the X-Men and Fantastic Four and all these other people are. But no. They went with his theory and they're like, okay, well, for the Infinity like movies, let's just when they change time, every time you change time, it creates an alternate Earth. And so like since comic books are huge right now in medium, more people who aren't even like nerdy geeky people are getting into it, and now they're getting to this whole multiverse theory and stuff. And the multiverse has even been explored even long before, like in comic books, and also like with the Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earth, no, not Infinite Earth, Crisis of Earth, the animated movie, they dealt in the parallel dimensions and stuff. And so it's like, because comic books are now bringing in non-sci-fi like fans, now would be the most perfect time to like bring back Sliders, because it is literally the grandfather of like the multiverse in my opinion. And so like just think about like if they were to produce this now on a streaming show and it gets popular to where it gets season after season, we will get merch galore. We will get action figures. We will get like timers, like handheld timers and stuff. Man, I want one so bad. God, I want one so bad and stuff. Like we'll be getting all kind of crap. We were getting like shirts, all kind of crap. Like you know what I'm saying? And Sliders deserves that because it was one of the first to like do something like this. And so if streaming sites, if TV networks and all these other people were smart, they would bring back Sliders. Because like the stars of that show, they're still living. Thank God for that. And I mean, they have to hurry and make this stuff. I mean, come on. With people getting older, freak accidents are happening. Like there was this longboard skateboarder dude who videos I just saw, and he does them on like highways, on cliff sides. And I thought for sure this dude was gonna die in the video, but he didn't. And then turns out him and other people literally just died not too long ago from a plane crash. That was like a freak accident. So you never know what's going to happen, especially with the you know what virus going on and stuff, and people getting older. I mean, come on, John is pretty up there in age, and you gotta hurry up for the dude like passes away. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember there was a show called Gargoyles that I love on Disney. And like I was like, why isn't there a Gargoyles movie, like live action? Why? They could so do that, like with the live action suits, like in Ninja Turtles a long time ago and stuff like that. And I'm all like, y'all have to hurry up and do it before Ed Eisner passes away. And now look what happened. He passed away, and there's still no movie in development and stuff. And they were talking about it a couple of years back, but they haven't done it. So like, and I know John wants to return back to the series because Jerry has said so when he was trying to like, get Sliders rebooted and stuff, but he has to find the rights to who owns it and stuff. And if they don't want to give it up, then they can't make it. And so it's like, so that's like a huge bummer. But if Sliders does return, of course, you gotta prepare for the fact that it's not gonna look the same as it did back in the old days. it's gonna be changed for a new modern audience. Which, it's just the way TV's moving ahead. Like the world's moving forward, TV's moving forward. It's just one of those things you have to accept. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, just look at Star Trek. I love classic old Star Trek, from the original, the Next Gen, the Voyager, Deep Space Nine, and even now Enterprise. I've just now recently started being a fan of Enterprise, and it's all because of the new CBS Trek shows that I don't like. The new CBS shows are like they just look and feel so much different than what I'm used to. It's like I would be fine with it if they would bring back the heart of what makes Star Trek, and so far they're not, because all they're worried about is action and explosions and people being like pissy at each other and stuff like that. But yeah, I truly feel like now is like the best time to bring sliders back, and it makes you wonder if, like, I know this people started the hashtag restore the Snyderverse, and that's something Warner Bros. Was never gonna do, and then they did it. And it's kind of like, if people, and of course that's it's a whole lot bigger now than sliders, because Justice League and all that is there's so much huger in the fandom and franchise than sliders is. And it's kind of like, but if people make enough ruckus and like to the networks and stuff, they might budge and bring it back. And then next thing you know, they could start a huge franchise of Slider. We could have spin-offs, we could have revivals, we could have reboots or whatever. We could have all kind of stuff, because if the network finds something that's cashable, they will milk it. Like, look at Power Rangers, Star Trek, Star Wars. They're having spin-offs after spin-offs after spin-offs, and it's just like, because they want to make money, plain and simple as that.